Good morning everyone, and thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel. Happy Valentine's Day. It is Friday the 14th of Feb and it is 8:40 in the morning. I am showered, ready for the day. We are actually going to soft play today with our friends and my friend's little boy who's a year older than Giorgio. Giorgio's learnt to click his tongue, so if you can hear that in the background, that is what he's doing because he's with me today. I have come downstairs to a card from Anne and some lovely hotel chocolat. I did say to him, please don't get me flowers. My friends got me flowers for Valentine's. I bought my own flowers for the Valentine's spread. So yeah, I was just like, please, I've got enough flowers. But he bought me chocolates instead, so that was very, very sweet. I've actually got to write his card. So I thought he was going to go jokey because he loves a jokey card, but he knows that I don't. I quite like the personal ones, the nice ones. So that's what he got me. And then the Valentine's Day card I bought him, he's obsessed with Gladiator, or he used to love Gladiators when he was younger. So I just saw this in Sainsbury's. You are the only contender to be my Valentine. I did see a Traitors one, but Ant got me that last year. So yeah, and then we bought Giorgio a little cute Valentine's. So he has got 2 balloons, Mummy's Little Valentine, Happy Valentine's Day, our card that says Our Forever Valentine Giorgio, a book, a little chocolate lolly, and I did buy him pyjamas and an outfit from Sainsbury's, but they haven't arrived in time, and I did go there yesterday to see if they had them in store that I could just book. Yeah, that is Giorgio creating absolute carnage. That I could buy because they're not being delivered until Monday, and yeah, they didn't have them in stock, sadly. So I'll just keep them, it's fine. I mean, he can wear the tracksuit. It just is a grey tracksuit that says Heartbreaker on it. And then that I wanted him to wear to soft play today. And then he's got the white and red pyjamas that say Cupid Love or something like that. But yeah, tonight I'm actually making a beef Wellington. That is my Valentine's present, and I do it every single Valentine's. I would say my first attempt was like the best attempt, and ever since I can't seem to get it as good as I did on the first. I mean, it's always nice and we eat it, but yeah, I've always got like the beef undercooked, not that we really mind because we like ours medium rare anyway, and the pastry sometimes goes a bit like soggy at the bottom, but yeah, we are going to attempt it again this year. I've already bought the beef from our local butchers. There you go. In there, he's actually selling beef Wellingtons for £35. And yeah, he said, why aren't you buying a beef Wellington instead of just having to do it yourself? And I said, to be honest, I actually do like cooking. And I feel like the satisfaction you get when you know you've made something from scratch is so much better than when you just buy it. So yeah, I'm going to attempt the beef Wellington tonight and I'm going to record it. So yeah, let's start. Well, before we start, I am going to give Giorgio his breakfast and also let him open his present and his card. So yeah. Valentine, do you know how much I love you? Open it. This much. Actually, I love you much, much more, but my arms weren't long enough. To our baby boy, Giorgio, happy Valentine's Day. We love you so, so much. You brighten our lives every day. Always and forever, Mummy and Daddy. Yeah, can Mummy have a kiss? Mummy's going to give you a kiss anyway. My balloons! Should I take them off? Because they're attached to them. And a book! Guess who? I love you. Should we read it? Bear is bound into the door. She's got a gift, but who's it for? Knock, knock. Surprise, it's Fox. Fox is running to the door. He's got a gift, but who's it for? Knock, knock. Surprise, it's Squirrel. Squirrel skipping to the door. He's got a gift, but who's it for? Surprise! It's Tortoise. Tortoise is walking to the door. He's got a gift, but who's it for? Knock, knock. Guess who? Open it. Open it. Surprise! It's Owl. Owl is sweeping to the door. She's got a gift, but who's it for? Surprise! It's Mousy. Now there's just one more. Who could be behind this door? Knock, knock. Guess who? Surprise! It's you! Is that you in there? You gonna give yourself a kiss? Give yourself a kiss. Oh, you're so cute. Happy Valentine's Day. Can you say yay? Oh, you're blue. Oh. I did also put cupcakes in there, but they're not for Giorgio, they're for me and Ant. And then you've got a pepper heart lolly that you can have a bit later. Yeah? So I've just done Giorgio's porridge, which is cooling down behind me, and I'm going to prep the filling of the beef Wellington. So I follow Gordon Ramsay's beef Wellington recipe, always have done, except I think he uses like a mustard glaze and Ant doesn't like mustard, so I leave that out. But I've got the mushrooms. I have got a food processor, sorry, hiccup. I've got a food processor that I can put the mushrooms in, but I can't be bothered. It's all the way at the back of the pantry, I can't be bothered. So I might just chop them up myself. So I've got the mushrooms. I feel like you need about, don't know, don't quote me. I'm not a measurer, I just measure with love. So yeah, this is the mushrooms. I've got the beef fillet that you sear, the parma ham, and the thyme for the mushroom. Is it like a paste? It goes a duxelle. Oh, look at me. I'm actually a beef Wellington connoisseur. But yeah, you need that is the duxelle first. So you need to get out all the juices of the mushroom to create like a paste. And then, yeah, I will sear the beef. I might not record everything because I feel like it will be a bit boring, but I can do a blue Peter where it's like, this is what I made earlier. So yeah, let me get started. So I've just made the mushroom duxelle and the sun has come out. It's actually a really nice day today, so I don't know whether I'm going to be too hot at the soft play in a jumper, but I will. I had a bit of a, not boo-boo, but I obviously said that I couldn't be bothered to get the food processor out, and then I thought, actually I could probably use the NutriBullet with a little bit of oil and water because the water evaporates anyway from the mushroom. And then I instantly regretted my life when I put it in the NutriBullet and it went like soup. But then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do the same process, see what happens. And to be honest, I actually think it looks like you would find this down the park and you wouldn't want to step in it. However, I think that might work. I mean, I cooked it until there was no more water coming out, and yeah, I feel like that might actually work better than having it in a food processor, because the finely chopped, it is so hard to spread over the parma ham. So in a paste like that, I think, oh, actually, I mean, I haven't put it all together yet, so I don't know how it's going to be, and I don't know whether water will release after, but I feel like that is actually okay, and you get more out of it. I mean, I didn't have enough mushrooms, I don't think, to start with. You need a lot of mushrooms, but I feel like the paste works better, but I haven't mounted it yet or made it yet, so I'm not going to hold my breath, but I think, fingers crossed, it's okay. I'm just about to sear my beef, and I will show you how I do it. So I'm just about to season the beef. I'm also trying to multitask. I'm trying to prepare Giorgio's lunch to take to soft play, plus cook, because I want this to be made before I go to soft play. Soft play's at 11:15. I think I'm going to do 4 minutes on each side, and I'm actually going to time it as well, because with the beef Wellington, it's a lot of bloody money that you do not want to mess this up. So yeah, the beef fillet was £28. So I went in there and I said, look, I'm cooking a beef Wellington for 2 people. Please, can you give me just the right size basically. And he said about Wagyu, but I feel like the Wagyu sometimes is a bit marbly and tastes a bit, I don't really like the texture, so we've stuck to Scotch fillet, which is what we always have. And yeah, I am going to show you what it's like after, probably going to be like 16 minutes, because I'll be doing 4 minutes on each side plus the top and bottom. So yeah, 4 times 4 is 16. So I will come back after it's done and show you. I realised that I wasn't actually following the recipe at all. It was just from my memory, and I just wanted to check that everything I was doing was right and I hadn't missed anything. So the only thing that Gordon Ramsay done differently to me is I cooked the duxelle paste first and then seared the beef after, whereas the recipe says sear the beef and then leave it to cool. Look, and that's why you leave it to cool, because all the juices come out. And also before you cook it, take it out the fridge and let it get to room temperature. Also, I'm not a chef, I'm not a professional chef. It's just stuff that I've learned along the way. And also they say, do not use a fork to turn the beef because you don't want to pierce the beef. Do not know why, Google it. But yeah, I'm just leaving this beef to cool now. And I thought I've set up my cling film base. Can you see that? And I'm going to start putting it together, because I started having a panic when the beef was cooking, and then I thought, actually, I've got to wait for it to cool down anyway, because you don't put anything in hot, otherwise it will just, I don't know, sweat. The trickiest part for me, actually, the construction of the Wellington. I feel like all the cooking is okay, but it's the construction for me that it's quite fiddly, because you've got to wrap it in cling film so it holds its shape. And yeah, like the beef's quite flimsy, the parmesan's flimsy. So this is how I do it. I will show you. So I've got the chopping board with cling film on top, and then I'm just going to layer the parma ham. And you can also measure, and you don't want any gaps, because that is when the gaps, it might, if you've got any excess water, that's what makes it soggy. So you want to make sure that the parma ham, it can be a bit gappy, obviously where it's really thin. So you just want to layer it so you can't see any gaps. So that is what I'm doing. And you don't want it too thick either. I feel like my mushroom duxelle is always a bit thick. When I cut into it, you can see like a thick layer of mushroom, which it's not meant to be like. So, and I think I'd always rather do too much parma ham and then have it overcoat the beef than not do enough and then you're having to scrape, because you've got to roll the beef as well at the end. So you need to make sure that it's long enough as well so that you can roll without there being any gaps. Got all that excess parma ham. I think there's like 2 layers there. But yeah, I feel like this is like the trickiest part for me, because I've got like 2. It's just quite fiddly. Look, like the parma ham breaks and you've got like random bits left over. But I'm hoping that will be enough. And then what I'm going to do once I've got the parma ham on, I feel like I don't know if I keep saying parmesan, so it's parma ham. But yeah, that will be enough parma ham for that beef if you put it at the top, and then you can roll it. You want it to cover the whole beef. You just want to put the duxelle all around the parma ham. I don't know if a Gordon Ramsay's recipe, he does a layer of phyllo pastry or like a tortilla wrap. Or I've seen it on TikTok when people have made beef Wellingtons, but I skipped that layer. I did do it with phyllo pastry once before, but I feel like it was just additional faff, because you've got to just really try. Oh, this little one wants to see what mummy's doing. Oh, actually, do you know what? That paste is actually, I think I would recommend putting it in a NutriBullet, you know, because you can get it as thin as possible because it's a paste, whereas when it's like the clumpy in the food processor, you still get the little bits, so it's not that easy to spread, whereas this is just like spreading butter. And I mean, I didn't actually use, I used less, And this is the most mushroom duxelle in all the ones that I've actually been able to cover. So I'm quite happy with how it's looking so far. So with the mushroom duxelle, I added thyme, salt and pepper into the mix. And that is what I've got so far. So once the beef's cooled down, I'm then going to put the beef on and wrap it. Then you twist either side and you let it chill. And I can let it chill until it's ready to... I'll probably take it out the fridge at about 3. Wrap it in the... Let's see what it says. I think you've got to wrap it in the puff pastry and then put it back in the fridge again. Brush the pastry, remove, trim, cover with, and chin. Yeah, so you've got to chill for at least 30 minutes again. So what I'll do is I'll get this out about when I get home from soft play. So put Giorgio down. I'll probably get this out about 2, then do the pastry, and then it can set for another long time. So I wanted to construct the filling off camera because it can be so fiddly. I can see a gap there. But what you do is just roll it, then make it, twist it so that, I don't really know, twist it so it goes into like this sort of shape. I'm trying to look at the mess, but I think it's actually okay. So then that is what you have, and I'm going to chill it in the fridge now for about 2 to 3 hours. You've got to go out? No. So this is where we are with the beef Wellington. I've now, what's the time? It's now nearly 5 o'clock. It's been, I wrapped it in the puff pastry at about 3, and it's been in the fridge, and I just thought I will show you. It is quite hefty, but it is looking very good. I'm going to do a pattern, but I don't know what yet, and I still need to do the egg wash, but I'm going to wait until the baby is asleep and in bed so that I can put my heart and soul and full focus into this. So yeah, that is where we're at the moment. I have been looking. The butcher actually told me to get a gadget off of Amazon. It's like a roller, which you can put, I think it makes like a pattern in the pastry, like a spider web, and then you can put it over, but obviously I didn't have time. But yeah, I am just there now. We've still got Bubba up. We have been soft play. It's been full on today. I've just got back from my mum and dad's. Ant's with me. He's just gone upstairs to get changed. Yeah, it's been a very full on day, and I can't wait for this beef Wellington. I am praying. The amount of time it's taken me, I'm hoping that it all goes well. So I'm now in my pajamas, and the final step before the oven is complete. Well, I still need to do the egg wash over it. However, I had an idea. I bought these for my Valentines to do shortbread cookies. Is it shortbread cookies? Yeah. And I did get around to doing them, and then I thought actually I could do cutouts of the puff pastry and make a collage over the Wellington like a Valentine. So this is what we have got. So I am so impressed with these. But I'm just hoping that they hold their shape once they are in the oven, because I know that puff pastry expands. So we shall see. So before my beef Wellington goes in the oven, I want to show you the before, because I don't know whether the stamps will just expand in the oven, but they look so cute. It's giving like 90s retro vibes. Can you see? I'm so proud of how it currently looks. I've done all the stamps round, and I'm hoping that it seals it. But yeah, that is what it is looking like now. I am going to set the table up, set the living room so it's baby free of all his toys, and then yeah, we shall come back once the beef Wellington's in the oven. I'm going to cook it for, I think it said 15 to 20 minutes, where Gordon Ramsay's does say bake for 15 to 20 minutes, so I am going to do that now. So I will come back after it's done. And now this little one likes to make an appearance on the vlog. I love how we're so dressed up for Valentine's Day. I'm in my pyjamas and you're in a tracksuit. But this is how the table is looking. It is exactly the same as the Valentines, except I forgot to light the candles. Didn't forget, but I don't trust the girls in case one of us set light to my house.
And you trust me, yeah?
Sort of. And then this is the cosy little jazz background we've got going on. And yeah, the countdown is on. Are you excited?
What, for the big wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
What year would you say was the best?
What year was the best?
I said my first year.
I can't remember it, honestly, but they're all good.
I would say my...
You ain't got any... You've only got 7 skin with you?
Yeah. He's just gone back to dad mode. But cheers, honey.
Cheers, babe.
Here's to our
Happy Valentine's.
5th Valentine's together. Nice.
Lovely.
And this is the final product. We like it medium rare, more on the rare side. And also the beef come apart when I was searing it, but are you going to enjoy it, honey?
Yeah, baby.
I am in the dark. I've got a special guest with me. We've just finished the beef Wellington. What would you rate it out of 10?
9.5.
9.5?
Yeah.
No, you're being too polite.
I'm being generous because it's Valentine's Day.
Well, go on, just give me an honest.
No, 8.
8. Yeah, it wasn't my finest one. It was.
No, it was still nice. The beef was still nice.
Yeah.
The pastry was a bit...
Yeah, the pastry was quite... Where I'd put all them, like...
You got a bit too creative with it.
Yeah, that's what it was. And simplicity is key sometimes, isn't it? But we are just about to now tuck into...
Treaty wheaty.
Goo. We've had these before, haven't we?
Have we?
Yeah. Did you want yours heated up? You're just impatient, you want yours now.
No, it's only take 20 seconds to heat up. I'm not that impatient. Oh, it's gone off.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It just But...
I'm not a seasoned vlogger like you.
Oh my god. But yeah, I'm going to close this one off here. Thank you for joining me make my beef Wellington. It was broad daylight when I started. It's pitch black. But I wasn't cooking all day. It was just the prep takes a bit longer. But it's your turn tomorrow, isn't it? What are you doing for me tomorrow?
I'm doing a movie night, so hot dog, nachos, popcorn.
We've actually got a popcorn maker as well. But we don't actually like that, do we?
It comes out a bit dry.
Yeah, you can't add any salt or sugar or oil.
It's going to be a butter kiss vibe tomorrow.
But we can put it in the popcorn maker to make it movie, I don't know, aesthetically.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Exactly. But yeah, beef Wellington.
That's the extent of my cooking, hot dog and nachos.
Yeah. What did we watch last night? Not last night, last week. Or
The Bloodfather.
And that was my choice. Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. That was actually good.
Thank you.
That was actually good.
You normally...
And you know what's good about it? It wasn't too long.
No, it was only
like,
an
it looks
hour
like one of the
and a
films
half.
nominated for Best Picture. The Brutalist. And it's 3.5 hours long. I'm like...
See, I was going to say to you about
long.
watching Wicked, but that's like 3 hours and I don't feel like...
I saw Wicked in the West End.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, and I haven't even seen The Wizard of Oz.
What?
So...
What, you've not watched The Wizard of Oz?
No, it doesn't really appeal to me. About Dorothy.
Oh, you don't like anything that was made anything more than 5 years ago? So.
That Bloodfather was made
2016.
Yeah, that's old. But I am closing this off here. And
so we can enjoy our dessert.
Yeah, so we can enjoy this goo. What is it? Goo salted caramel brownie. So happy Valentine's and thank you for watching if you got this far.